Yeah, no, first off, really proud of our guys. I think for the last couple weeks, been talking about how close we are, what I thought we were capable of doing. And I think, started to, see that a little bit in this game. I think, obviously playing the third top 10 team in a row, we knew we'd have to be on point for 60 minutes. They're a very good football team. William and Mary has, put together some really good wins this year. So for us to play, I think, a really nice 3.5 quarter game, I think. Got a little sloppy there at the end, way too many penalties for me. But for us to play that type of game and do what we needed to do is very satisfying at this point in time. So excited for our guys. I thought they played extremely well. T has been averaging 8 yards a carry, and he's been getting 8 to 10 carries a game, and all of a sudden we gave him the load with 10 guys in the box and 8.9 yards a carry, man. So good work. All right, well done. So that was exciting to see, be able to get those 2 first downs there at the end. Fired up for our guys, and really happy for all the hard work that we put in to be able to have it pay off. So great to be 2-0 at Johnny U. Great to be 1-1 in conference after that very disappointing game at Villanova, and really excited about our future.
Okay, let's start with student-athlete questions first, so we can get the mat back out and hydrate. So student-athlete questions first.
Sean, when did you know about the decision that you were starting quarterback this week?
Well, last week it was discussed with me that I'd be getting the majority of the 1 reps this upcoming week, and then and that I was going to be the starter for this next game. So it was just a conversation. I got some playing time, or for my first start at Villanova, so I got some experience there. But yeah, last week during our bye week, just kind of had a talk and came in ready to work and prepared for our opponent this week.
I think you thrown 10 passes before that Villanova start. How much confidence did you gain through that first game?
A lot. It's just kind of, just it's one thing going out and practice and seeing stuff and going through the reps there, but going out in a game and actually executing it definitely gives you a better feel for the game and the offense that you've been in for now. I've been in for about 1.5 years now, so it was huge. It was a big part, especially into me coming in this game, but preparation and the coaches getting me prepared even before that, when I only had 10 passes for that game, was also a huge factor in my preparation and the confidence I had coming into William Mary.
Ty, that you obviously had a big game, and you had a big run the week before, the game before against North Dakota State. What is this group like? The running back room seems like almost anybody can step up on any given time.
Man, I feel like we got the best running back group in the nation. We all rely on each other every week in practice. We push each other, and we know that we're going to go out on Saturdays and perform well. We dial in the whole week, and we just go out there and execute.
You feel like you have a little bit more speed than you had last year?
Yes,
more
sir.
explosive.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. And that comes with the off-season training and everything. I'm really locked in this season, coming off an injury from last season. So I really made that my goal, to get faster, stronger, and it's showing.
Keegan, you hit a career-high 49-yard field goal today and converted the 200 point of your career. What were your thoughts going into the game knowing that you were that close to that mark?
I honestly didn't know, but I've had a couple struggle points this season, and just knowing that every single guy on this team, every coach, every just support staff just has the utmost confidence in me, and they always remind me that. And so I just go into every game just knowing that I have the faith of every guy on this team. And it just feels good and helps my confidence to go out there and know I'll make every kick for the team.
CJ, talk about that play, that sack, that basically turned the game around for you guys.
Going into the week, I know Coach was big on, QB can scramble, he's elusive. We just got to tackle him and get him to the ground. During the play, it was like a man coverage play where I knew I had a safety over me and a corner over me that had the 2 receivers outside of me. And once I seen the running back go away and no more receivers coming my way, I was like, the quarterback is going to hold the ball. I might as well go get him. He got the ball. So once I seen him with ball, I see ball, get ball, and I made a play. And it ended up being a forced fumble sack for my teammate BP, going to get his first touchdown.
Sean Brown, what was your mindset going into the week, knowing next week isn't guaranteed?
Yeah, just just preparing as well as I could. Getting with the team, getting with the coaches and stuff, and watching film and doing everything I could to go out there to be the best prepared in order to execute the game plan. So it's I wasn't really thinking about next week or the uncertainty of it, but I was just focused on this one game and this one opportunity of getting another win here at home, and I think that mindset of just kind of just focusing in on this game and preparing for it is what really helped me out.
Any questions for student athletes?
Tyro Green, stepping in for Devin Matthews, how did you adapt to the large role?
It came natural, actually. Like, I've been doing this all my life, just waiting for my opportunity behind Devin. He's a great running back, and he pushes me, and I push him every day, and I feel like either one of us can step up and play the role and do very, very well at it.
Yeah, we came out of North Dakota State and felt that we left just some opportunities on the field, and I think Carlos earned the starting job out of fall camp, and we were all really excited about what he was doing. Very unfortunate that he got hurt, and then Sean came in Villanova and was just making some very timely decisions, and that's really what this came down to. And I think you saw him, really second pass of the game, I think, hitting JD up the seam. Those are the type of things that, this offense you've got to be really good at to make it. And I think if you look at his incompletions, probably 5 of his incompletions were deep shots. And so he's pushing the ball downfield. I think he's making really good decisions. Probably had a couple of errors there on a couple of pulls in the run game. But other than that, we felt like went into the bye week and said, let's kind of see. Both those guys got kind of even reps in the bye week, and then we came into this week and said, all right.
How good was it to have Volpe back in that offensive line?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, I think that guy's one of the best O-linemen in the conference, and to have him back and to have him healthy, I think you saw, what took place with our offense. And, having him out for 2 games definitely was, difficult for us. Jalen Montgomery came in and I thought did a really admirable job, but there's a reason Dan Volpe is our starter. And so same thing with Deion Cruz-Harris. Great to have him back at defensive line. And so I think, the 3 guys that we got back from injury, Caden Williams kicking off, those 3 guys that we didn't have for the last 3 weeks, and Caden we haven't had at all. That was huge.
You wanted to be 2-2 after those 4 games, but
Wanted to be 4-0 after those 4 games, but
the
yeah.
schedule, do you feel like it's toughened you up a little bit, and the bye, getting the.
Yeah, I mean, I never, you can't go backwards, and so you play who's on the schedule, and you play them whenever they're put on it. And part of that schedule was determined, way before we got here, and not a whole lot you can do about that. And then the conference throws in people, and again, I mean, I felt like we were in all 3 of those losses, and in my opinion, we were a great 1-3 team. And so I'm glad today we proved that we can battle with people and we can get after people. And I think there's a lot of things from this game that we can clean up, that we can make ourselves better. So now we got to do something that we haven't done since I've been here, and that's win 2 in a row. So we got to go on the road and put this back to back, and finish out our non-conference schedule, and then get into the meat of our conference schedule moving forward.
Coach, you mentioned in your opening statement that you're disappointed with all the penalties, specifically the fourth quarter. We've seen a pattern over the last few weeks of third and fourth quarter there being a lot of small mistakes and penalties. What do you think the reasoning is for?
Well, first off, last week we had 4 penalties in the entire game, and 2 of those calls, were very interesting to say the least. I think I can say that. I think that's safe. And, this one, I just think our guys were battling. I mean, we got a couple of pass interference calls. I think the hit on the kicker was, I think that was late. So that's just us. I mean, we've put an emphasis. We want to be one of the smarter, more disciplined teams. Today, we were not very disciplined in that area, so that's frustrating. That'll be something that we'll go back to the drawing board with this week to get better at.
Coach, turnovers were a key part in you guys pulling away in the third quarter. Care to comment?
Yeah, no, I mean, we stress winning the turnover battle. That's something that, we're talking about constantly. It's part of our creed. It's part of who we are. We want to win the turnover battle. And so I think Sean's interception was very unfortunate. I think we've gone a couple of games now without putting the ball on the ground. So our running backs are doing a fantastic job. And then our defense, I thought, was huge. I thought Cam Snell's, interception in the first quarter, I think it was. I mean, he looked like Willie Mays turning and running and covering that thing over his shoulder. I mean, that was huge, man. That was awesome. And he got held on the play, so to break away from that and make it work. And then obviously CJ's strip right there in the sack with BP, scooping and scoring. I mean, that was awesome to see. So it's something that we spend. If you came out to practice and watched the first 15 minutes of practice, all our defense is doing is working on tackling and creating turnovers. So it paid off today.
One last thing. The end of the first half obviously didn't go your way, but you came out with a great drive to start that second half. How huge was that? And also the beginning of the game, starting off well.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I didn't think we did the first couple games was we didn't do much when we got the ball in the start of the second half. So our philosophy is if we win the toss, we're going to defer. We want to put our kickoff cover team out there and put our defense out there to start the game. They won the toss and took the ball. And it backfired on them because then we got the ball, went down and scored, and they didn't. I mean, we got a 3-and-out on them, and then we get the ball to start the second half. We score, get them out, score, force the fumble, get the turnover, score. So I like how we're improving. And again, I think every game we've improved at some facet of the game. This one, I think we took a step backwards in penalties, but everything else, I like where we're at.